Oof, it's been a year. Well, hi guys. I guess I owe you an apology. Um, I guess I'm gonna explain where have I been, update you where, if anywhere, this channel is going, which I do not know myself, and just I guess explain what happened. So I guess I'll start. So for some background, I live in Czechia, and the way the school system works here is that we have 9 grades of elementary school, which is kind of divided into two levels, I guess you can say, from first to fifth, and then from sixth to ninth. After which, you can choose to go to what we call middle school, although it is kind of the equivalent of high school in USA. Um, which are always, I guess, focused on some kind of subject. I don't know, like economy or technological stuff, information technology and stuff like that. The thing is that at the age of 14/15, you're already choosing what you will probably be doing for the rest of your life. Or at the very least, what you will be studying for the next 3/4 years, which is a pretty important decision. But what is the actual problem is that to get to these schools, there's these entry exams, which are no joke and require a lot of preparation. And that's basically what I've been doing in the past year. Um, those entry exams were last month, and good news, I did, you know, finish them successfully, and I was accepted in the school with a pretty good score, I would say. So that's great. And I still cannot quite focus on making anything because, right for me, our elementary school, which is like the worst school around, has these final essays where you make a long essay on a subject, and then you make a PowerPoint presentation about that subject, and then you basically present that to you know all of the other ninth grade students and the teacher and the director of the school wearing suits, which is ridiculous from my point of view, but I guess who am I to judge? Well, that will be next week, the presentation, and after that, I should be free. Now, one thing I'll say, right out of the way, Godzilla Kingdom, I'm not gonna continue with it. I'm not saying I'm not gonna continue with stop motion. I'm saying Godzilla Kingdom. I just bit off more than I can chew. And it might not look like it because, well, you don't see it from my perspective. But the thing is, I had a really thought through deep lore about freaking Godzilla figures defending an apartment, which is a concept I came up with 2 years ago, over 2 years ago. Dare to say I find it somewhat cringy today. But even with that, the actual problem is there's just too much. You literally have 8 Godzillas, and I made the horrible mistake of bringing them all in one scene to one fight. And you might be thinking, like, what's the problem? Well, I'm gonna, I don't know, try to help you see it from my perspective. Making a 20 FPS stop motion of two characters fighting is challenging. It's not easy, it is not. But it's doable, and I've done it before, obviously. I have 4 episodes out. But the problem is when there's more than two characters, like, for example, 9, like in one scene. The problem, just imagine it, because you make it frame by frame, and you have to move every single one of them in every frame. So that's 9, different creatures doing something else that you have to keep track of and make it, every single frame. And we're talking like, it could be even 100 frames plus, because it's 20 FPS, 100 frames is 5 seconds. So, yeah. So, that's a problem. And I've tried. It doesn't look good. It is an absolute pain to make. And the second problem is special effects. Because, the way I make them is that I draw them into every frame. And, because you have to make it in every frame. And when you want your atomic breath to last, say, I don't know, 3-4 seconds, multiply that by 20. That's how many frames I have to draw an atomic breath into. And that always means making the breath, look like an atomic breath, at least somewhat. Making, the blue outline and then putting, like, the white in it so that it looks like it's glowing. So yeah. I bit off more than I can chew. Godzilla Kingdom. I'm gonna admit, even finishing episode 4, it was not particularly fun to make. But my plan is, thankfully, the SH Monster Arts Godzilla 2021 I ordered half a year ago has finally arrived. Big Bad Toy Store. Absolutely love it. Not willing to order anything there again. And I also have a King Ghidorah bootleg figure. Also SH Monster Arts, but bootleg, so not SH Monster Arts, but you get it. I did try to kind of repaint its eyes because they're completely messed up. And the result is... it looks okay and terrible at the same time. You just have to see it to understand. But that doesn't matter. I do want to make new stop motion because it genuinely is something I love making. And it's something I've dedicated so much time during lockdown to. I think it would be a shame to just put it all, to the side and ignore it. So yeah. Also, I would really like to make different content of any kind, like movie reviews, maybe if I really want to make, a well-structured video and not just me, randomly saying stuff like I am right now. It could be anything else, I did upload things after the stop motion. I made this Godzilla tribute. I made this thing, like an overall Monsterverse score. But yeah, it's nothing really, not the stuff it's not stop motion, which is the main focus of the channel. Well, alright, I think that is pretty much everything. I'll come back to the stop motion real quick. Another thing which really takes a lot of time for me is that I put a lot of effort in my stop motions, I admit, and I dare to say. I think I plan everything, I plan the choreography, the movements. I really focus on making them look like they have character, making them feel natural, like the creatures are actually alive. This involves, like, for example, the thought process. Many people that make stop motion, they think, I want Godzilla to hit something. And what they will do is, well, he hits him with the arm, so he'll swing his arm. But when you punch someone in real life, you don't just swing your arm, like, the whole body is involved in it. And, that's something I always try to animate to make it look natural. I'm gonna try to give you a little demonstration. Okay, so I chose this scene because I think it represents really well, like, the thought process that I put into my animations, and also because it's generally probably one of the best scenes in all of my stop motions so far. I also slowed the video down so that we can focus more on the details. So Godzilla is standing, he sees Indoraptor charging at him, so he starts by taking a step back for more stability. Then he lifts his arms to deflect the hit, which he does successfully. They're both kind of facing down and stunned, and Inraptor is the first one to respond. And Godzilla is in a more defensive, I don't want to say mood, but he's not really, I guess he's too tired to attack right now. So instead of continuing, he just steps back. Indoraptor lifts his head, then takes a step forward, lifts his arm, lifts his torso. Godzilla sees the incoming hit, and so he also tries to lift his left hand in time to block the hit, but he doesn't do it fast enough. And he gets the hit straight in the face. Now Indoraptor takes advantage of this and bites him by the tail, drags him across the room and throws him. As you can see, like, I tried to show the, it's not easy to drag a heavy creature like this, so, his body kind of bends. Yeah, you see. Also, if I speed it up to normal speed, and I go back a second, you can see how he starts slow, and once he gains some momentum, he throws him pretty fast. If that makes sense. Yeah, so that was just a quick demonstration of how I, try to make my animations look natural. And, I'm not trying to brag. It's something I really want to avoid. It's just to explain and demonstrate why it takes so much time, why making 2 scenes can take an entire afternoon. So, there's that, I guess. I think that is pretty much everything I wanted to tell you. In a week or so, I might give you another update. Whether or not I will finally start working on something, which I really want to, but it just depends if life allows me to. So anyway, if you, came all the way here, if you are here for some reason 1 year later, if you watched this whole video and listened to my nonsensical TED Talk, thank you so much. Really, thank you. I do not think I deserve it, because I literally left for a year and didn't say anything. Well, that is it for today. I guess I'll see you whenever the hell I, take the time to talk to you again. And stay tuned for future potential projects. Yeah, thank you for watching, and bye.